say, one, it's definitely helped me grow closer to God, just because the time and money that, like, serving, we try to help out as much as we can in the serving aspect with stewardship, and just giving our time to help others see Christ is very important in our lives, because it impacted both of our lives growing up. So it's something that we try to do very often. And then also with giving, any way that we can support the church to help grow, to reach new people, to reach as many people as we can. We do as much as we can to help in that sense.
I like to think of it as furthering the kingdom, and that growing up, my family did not go to church. There was things I look back in life that people stepped up, that served with their time at youth, that gave, that didn't have to. Some of them I don't even know their names, but I know they did it. And it had a huge impact on my life, influenced a lot of who I am today. And it just showed how much they really loved Jesus when they didn't have to do it, nobody knew, and that really struck me. You know, I've had stories where I was blessed, but it was like a friend taking me out when they didn't have to, and they really wanted to. And I had a friend that once told me, he said, "Alex, don't rob me of this blessing I'm trying to give you." And that spoke a lot of volume, because I didn't want anybody to do anything for me, in all honesty. And I realized that was a gift that he was giving me, and I didn't need to take that away.
It helps my faith also when I know that no matter what happens, we're going to continue to give, because it's what God wants us to do, and we're serving Him in the means of it. And it helps us, even if, say, times get hard, you're still relying on God in that time. It helps your faith out, but it helps us to realize too that, you know, it helps us not to rely on materialistic things also. And that's what we try to remember. Of course, we still buy things that we want at times, but we don't rely on that. We just rely on God's love for us, because in the end, that's what's going to get us to where we want to go, and the relationship that we need. I mean, one way that we can instill it in them is just by our action. You know, we volunteer for the youth, and we volunteer for other things too, but the biggest thing for us is we usually bring our children along with us. And although they're at a young age right now, they're learning to come to the church and to serve and help out in any way that we can. And they're with us. Yes, they take a lot of responsibility, and sometimes it's a harder situation, and we feel better when they come, they enjoy it, and they're getting to see us in it. And I think just starting at a young age for them, just to show them the importance of it. And even with giving, you know, that's something, with giving money and tithing, that's something that we'll work up to, just for them to be able to learn. But it definitely starts, the younger they are, the better. Just letting them see how you serve as their parents is always a good start for them.
Yeah, I think Jesus did it best, and, you know, he led by example. And I cannot ask any of my kids, you know, how great to do anything if Daddy doesn't do it, right? So I think it's more important for me and for our family to lead by example, how we steward and how we do it, no matter what the struggle is. And, you know, it's tiring at times, it's a lot of time, it's energy, and, you know, it's worth it. And Courtney and I, we have talked about in faith, you talk about seeds that are planted, and we have seen things blossom. And we see it blossom because we're there, and our kids are there, and we've seen it with other kids and families because we've been around it for a long time. So again, the biggest one is just whatever we do as a family is to lead it by example.